So in the previous lecture, we have learned how to design all the steel members. In this lecture, we will learn how to optimize the steel structure. See, steel is a very expensive structural material. So we need to use it judicially, and we need to save as much structural steel as possible in the design. So before doing that, we need to unlock this model. First of all, we need to go to section properties and frame sections. Here we need to replace 25 mm broad bracing with a box section. So we left click on add new property. We can left click here, that is box tube section. Box are the sections having very good lateral torsional buckling strength. So we need to enter the name here, that is box 100, 106. Material is Fe345, and we can enter the size here, that is the depth and width. Flange thickness has to be 6 mm, and the final section looks like this, and left click on OK. And after that, we need to change the size of this column. Column underscore 350 depth has to be renamed as column underscore 400 depth, and we need to enter the depth as 400 here. Top flange width as 300 mm, and bottom flange width also as 300 mm. So the final section will look like this, and then left click on OK. After that, we need to rename this column underscore 600 depth as column underscore 750 depth, and we need to change the depth as 750. Top flange width as 350, and we need to change the top flange thickness as 16 mm here, and bottom flange width also as 16 mm here. So we left click on OK, and then we check column underscore middle, which is made up of this plus this. So if we will see here, you will see that it has automatically changed the start section as end section. Initially it was the underscore 300 and column underscore this 600, but now it has automatically changed. So after that, we need to optimize these sections also. That is, the 1200 depth here can be changed to total depth as 800 mm. That is, high depth can be changed to of 800 mm, and the top flange width is 350, and top flange thickness is 16 mm, web thickness as 8 mm, and bottom flange thickness again as 16 mm. So we left click on OK here, and then again member 1 underscore load depth needs to be changed to 700 mm here, 700, 300 and 16. Web thickness can be decreased to 8 mm, and this can also be changed to 300 and 16 mm. So left click on OK here, and after that, this section was made up of 800 and 700. So this has automatically changed here, and we can rename this section here 800 to 700. After that, member 2 underscore high depth 900, we can reduce the flange width, that is 300 mm, and we can increase the top flange thickness as 30 mm, web thickness is 12, 300 and 20 mm here. Left click on OK, and after that, member 2 underscore prismatic 750 to 900. Basically it is now 700 to 900, and after that, member 3 underscore prismatic 900 to 750, it is now basically 900 to 700. So we have now tried to optimize the steel structure here. and we need to left click on OK here, save this model. Now we need to assign all the bracings here and all the tie members here with the 100 mm box section. So what we can do here is that we can go to select and we can enter properties and frame sections. Here by pressing the control key, select 25 mm rod bracing and ISMC 300. Left click on select and then close. We can go for view and show selected objects only. So here we can see that our selection is correct. After that, we select all the material members here. We go to assign frame and section property. We can now assign it as box of 106 mm. After that, we can go for view, show all objects, and now we can again do the same steps. That is, we again analyze the structure so that we can do the design again. So what I need you to notice here that now the minimum deflection here is 38 mm, and that also is in this area, that is bracing area. So although to reduce this, we can increase the size of this bracing members here, but before that we need to check that whatever members we have taken and the design is safe or not. So here we can see that no section is in red color. That is, unlike initially, there are various members which were lying here in this range. That is, the members were getting failed. But now all the members are either in green or either in blue. That is, all the members are safe. After that, we can also check the bending moment diagrams. To check that, we can go to display, force test diagram, and frame pier splinter link forces. We can check this combo of dead load plus live load plus collateral loading, and then left click on apply under moment 33. So here we can see that it is showing the graph like this. So this is the graph which behaves why we increase the height here and why we increase the height here, and then again why we increase the height here. Because wherever bending moment is high, we need to increase the height. And similarly, we can check the shear also. Basically, this shear is along this plane, so that is why in the bracing it is maximum, and shear toto is in vertical plane. So this is like a justified graph of the shear force. If we want to check further, left click here and then right click here. So we can see all the graphs, that is shear graph and moment graph for this particular load combination. Similarly, if we want to check for other load combinations, similarly we can check it like this. So there are various options and various features that we can check with this particular option of display, force test diagram, and frame pier splinter link forces. So after that, if we want to see the support reactions also for this particular load combinations for the vertical loads only, so it is showing approximately 166.81 kN forces. Reaction is coming from bottom to top. Here it is somewhat more, and if we will click on this Fy also, so here you can see that wherever there is bracing, there is some amount of horizontal reaction here, but wherever there is no bracing, it is showing as 0. So for example, it is showing 0 here and then again 6.08 kilonewton here. Reaction will always act opposite to the load. So if we want to check this axial force here, we can go to display, force test diagram, and frame pier splinter link forces. Here we can select axial forces. So here you can see that in the bracing, the axial force is very less, whereas in columns obviously the axial force is very high. It is in the range of 325 kilonewton.